Good morning, everyone, and welcome. G'day, how's it going? My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Curse of the Crimson Throne, a Pathfinder role-playing game featuring these wonderful and incredible Patreons. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello.
Hello.
And for those of you who don't know what the hell we're doing, we are playing a tabletop role-playing game, a game in which these players take on the role of the protagonists of an adventure that is run by me, the titular game master, as I take them and embark on a story, serving as the arbiter of the rules, the moderator of all the things that happens, and the doler out of consequences. It is a game of imagination, it is a game of cooperation, and we, of course, are here to have a good time. I hope that wherever you are watching from, you are having a wonderful morning, because I know that I have woken up, and today, I'm feeling pretty good, because I am now on the other side of Gen Con. I'm back home. I'm with my lovely and amazing players, and I'm feeling pretty good. My foot is recovering very well, thank you to the people who have been asking. I am still walking with a cane for the most part, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, guys, we would not be here if not for the kindness and the generosity of so many people. So let's take a quick moment to thank some of the sponsors who bring us the shows and help us maintain the high quality of game that is here on the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, starting with none other than Hero Forge for the wonderful art you see here on screen. Every single one of these characters is done in Hero Forge, a wonderful bespoke 3D model making software that allows you to bring to life the various characters that you might play in a TTRPG game. Not only that, you can also get them 3D printed and shipped to you anywhere in the world. Look at that. How cool is that? But if you're like me and you enjoy the virtual space, then you can also get a subscription to Hero Forge's premium service to allow you to help make tokens and other things, much like I do, for your own games at home. So yeah, you know, whatever your deal, whatever your bag, Hero Forge has got some amazing stuff for you as well. So yeah, go check that out. Then, of course, we have Sirenscape for our sound effects. Now, Sirenscape actually does have, in the sound library that is available here, the actual soundtrack for Curse of the Crimson Throne, which is the one that we've been using. It helps me immerse my players. It helps me show them some of the sound effects of everything, ranging from the battle with the Red Mantis assassins, the sound of Cindermore ripping up through the earth. All of these really, really cool sound effects are at the touch of a button and allow me to immerse my players further in the game. So go check out Sirenscape, and you too can have sound effects such as, let's see, oh, here we go. Battle against the Red Mantis. Yeah, here we go. Sound of gargoyles' wings beating on the distance. The panic sounds of the Shawanti tribes as they quickly try to retreat. The flashing blades of the Red Mantis as they come upon the barbarian tribes. Helps really build an amazing soundscape, can help you build an amazing scene. So yeah, you know, as any good GM, you know, consider Sirenscape for your backup for your soundscaping. Yay. And lastly, we have Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. All of this really, really cool stuff here is through Fantasy Grounds, which has gone through a major overhaul, making it look cleaner, feel nicer, and yeah, becoming more accessible. Pathfinder 2nd Edition is a complex system, to be sure, and I'm really glad that I have Fantasy Grounds helping doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But speaking of heavy lifting, we would not have a game if not for the incredible efforts of my lovely players and the characters that they play. So let's turn the attention to them as they describe their characters and who they're going to be playing in today's session.
All right.
Hey, I am Twiff. I am playing Padrig. I am a spell shot gunslinger. Padrig is a half elf from a minor noble house in Corvosa. He's the third son. He was going to go to college and study to be a wizard, but was framed for murder. Got kicked out of school, got kicked out of his family, learned how to shoot things, tracked down Gadrin Lamb, who framed him with the help of these fine fellows, got vengeance, and has been hanging out with them, trying to do good and help Corvosa, which is why we're here fighting a giant flaming worm god and a bunch of gargoyles led by Holly's ex fiance, I believe. Anyway, on to Holly.
Hey everyone, I'm Malikisa and I play Holly. Holly is a fairy noble who, when told she had to get married, decided, nope, I'm out, and fled her family and homeland and wound up in Corvosa. She'd read lots and lots of adventure books instead of doing her studies like she was supposed to, and then found out that it was nothing at all like any of the adventure books said it was going to be. So a little sad about that, but she was able to meet up with these people and started doing good, and then saved a bunch of orphans, and then the orphans suddenly started contracting the blood veil disease, and so she wound up selling her soul to Asmodeus so she could save the orphans. And now she's trying to square being a good fairy, because she sees herself as a good fairy, with actually being evil and worshiping an evil deity, and she's trying to figure out where she stands in all of this.
Next, we have Raikon playing the role of Dante, the Kitsune druid, a man on a quest to try and rid Corvosa of its current budding drug trade. Unfortunately, lost the life of a dear friend, but has ever since been on a quest to bring the home of his friend to peace by warring and rebelling against the evil queen, whose sights are bent on destroying the city and the lands surrounding it. And then we have Laura Bones playing Agnes.
Yes, sorry, finding all our mute buttons. I'm indeed Laura Bones, and I play Agnes, who is our resident psychic, who kind of went shopping and fell into an adventure to help protect her city, her daughter, and it just spiraled downhill after there, basically, to be honest with you. And now she's just keeping her head above water, trying not to die, in the hopes that eventually she can get back to the city and share a nice glass of wine on a street cafe with a handsome fisherman Dan.
And then, of course, we have Marcus the GM playing Alexander, the Hell Knight Order of the Gate, a man who was found in the belly of Cindermore when our heroes were completing the trials of the Shawanti. He claims to be the sibling of Cressida, Cressida Croft, the field marshal of the Corvosan Guards, and who had received a vision that she was in need of aid. Heading back towards the town of Corvosa, he was waylaid, but now has found another path that fate seems to have brought him into to try and restore his family's honor and defeat the evil queen. All right. And with that, that is our lovely group of adventurers. But before we kick off, we have one last person to thank. That is, of course, guys, it's you. You in chat. Guys, thank you so much for being here, being part of the show, being part of the adventures that we undergo. It would not happen if not for the absolute kindness and generosity of my audience members. So we invite you behind the GM screen to come and play along with us and join in some of the shenanigans, starting with channel points. Firstly, just by watching, you earn channel points that can be used to grant inspiration, give insight bonuses, divinely intervene in dice rolls, wandering monsters, whole bunch of cool stuff there, and you earn those just from watching. Then, of course, we have the monetary donations, which come in for those people who are able to donate for more tangible results as we play. For $5, you can award a red mark to a player of your choosing. These are hero points that can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. The other use for $5 is to get one of these purple marks, which is a jinx point that can be used to counter hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. Hi, Neil! Welcome in. Guys, please give a big shout out to our dear friend Neil from Immersion Diversion, a regular here at the Dead Oddsy Gamer channel, and a wonderful and amazing role player who was just playing some Final Fantasy. Nice, nice. Hope you had a lot of fun, my friend. Okay, so where was I at? Yes. We donation. So $5 for the Jinx points and the Hero points. $10 I will draw from one of 2 decks of cards in front of me. The first deck is a deck of heroic actions that can be awarded to a player of your choice. They get 1 action. Pardon me. They get 1 action, which can serve as both a hero point and as a special free 1-use ability that they'll be able to use at any point during the game. Alternatively, that $10 can go towards a plot twist, which we do have a plot twist here from our dear friend Schooly Eye. Let's just have a quick squizzerino over here. There we go. So thank you for the donation, Schooly Eye. Let me just... there we go. The second plot twist is what we're after. The second plot twist here, which is... All right, the first plot twist is a fleeting glimpse. The second plot twist is Second Wind. This might actually be quite a good one for the group. So Second Wind is our plot twist. So that one gets locked and loaded. And we have a heroic action for Padrig and Dante. So Padrig, pick a number between 1 to 5.
5.
Right. You get stay in the fight. Play at the start of a turn where you or an ally is under the effect of an ongoing incapacitation effect. You ignore the incapacitation until the end of combat. I will also allow this. I will also allow this to include falling unconscious as well.
Okay, does this replace ones that I had from prior ones, or how many of these do I get to keep?
Not until the end of the game. Between sessions, you would only get to keep 1.
Okay.
It's a use or lose kind of deal with these ones, because they can get quite powerful, and stacking a deck of free actions is pretty up there. Okay. Und then we have a heroic action for Padrig. So now one for Dante. Dante, give us a number between 1 to 5.
3.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Warding sign. Play at any time. Select a creature in sight. They are affected by misfortune. So basically they roll at disadvantage for 1 round of combat. I'm going to give that to you for 1d6 rounds of combat. But yes. So there you go. You can give someone misfortune for 1d6 rounds. All right. Thank you, Schooly Eye, for your kind donations. Mwah, big love. All right. Then, of course, we have our $20 donation, which is the coveted Golden Natural 20, which serves as a critical hit and a natural 20 for the game, because sometimes shit just needs to work, and that is just okay. For $50, you can either provide a magic item to a player of your choosing. This can be a set item for each of my for a player of your choice, which is just kind of like a set of magic items that they acquire. Or alternatively, you can design a magic item yourself to use in the game. Or you can give a player something from their wish list. Whatever the case is, $50 will provide them with a magic item on an appropriate level. We then have, of course, the $50 donation for a boss buff, which increases the difficulty of a challenge, making the terrain more difficult, upping the stakes, making the boss tougher. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff that happens there, but it is a significant increase in the difficulty of whatever my players are doing. And then lastly, we have the $100 secret menu item. The $100 secret menu item is a special one for today because we have had a bit of a player request coming in between our sessions, and there is a story plot that involves a divine intervention of some kind. So, for the $100 secret menu item, our heroes will be visited by a herald of Asmodeus. And when I say a herald of Asmodeus, I'm not talking about a priest. I'm talking about a divine outsider who heralds the coming of one of the 20 great gods of Galarian, will be arriving in order to deal with some stuff, regardless of what my players happen to be doing. So that is our $100 secret menu item. So yeah, we'll see what happens when that happens, if it happens. Now, without any further ado, guys, you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yep.
All right. Well, without any further ado, we return once more back to the Cinderlands. The scorched terrain surrounding the Varisian countryside along its northern reaches. Here, our heroes have been in search of answers, ways to defeat the evil dragon, Khazavron. Now, the dragon himself, long since killed by the people of the Shawanti tribes and the old warriors, have long since been forgotten. His bones and even his remains were destroyed, separated, and some forged into magic items, one of which, the Crown of Fangs, has begun to exude a certain amount of influence over the Queen of Corvosa, a woman by the name of Iliosa, who in recent days not only murdered her late husband, but began a dark path to almost destroy huge quantities of her kingdom. Our heroes, who were all, in one way, shape, or form, members of the city, could not stand idle and allow this to happen, and journeyed to hopefully find a way to rid the queen of her newfound tyrannical power and bring peace to their homeland once more. After meeting the Shawanti tribes, they were told that they had to undergo a series of trials to prove themselves worthy of being able to gain their ancient knowledge. And after completing the trials, our heroes did manage, but Alexander, a new member to the group who was found in the belly of the great Cindermore, was not trusted so easily. Bearing the mask of the Hell Knight, many in the Shawanti tribes have been victimized by Hell Knights who hunt down the barbarian tribes. Worse still, to have been found in the belly of Cindermore. Many omens led the Shawanti to believe that Alexander was an omen of darkness. And so, he was poised to be executed the next day. But instead of an execution, a bloodbath ensued as gargoyles descended from the sky. Assassins came searching for our heroes, cutting swaths through the chaos in order to try and find their quarry. But the battle is hard fought, and the Shawanti are no pushovers. Things became more complicated when Cindermore themselves had tracked our heroes here and had come to exact revenge for their incursion into its territory. All this chaos unfolds as we return to our adventure. All right. Now, as Cindermore rages, tense, burning, and rampaging, Agnes begins to run to the north, stomping, shouting, and yelling. As this happens, Cindermore turns his gaze towards the north. With a terrifying, bellowing roar, Cindermore turns, arching his back, and plunges back into the earth, digging its way towards Agnes. And we are going to roll initiative as we begin this round of combat. All right, we start with Cindermore, who begins burrowing through the earth. Agnes, you see the earth itself being turned by the back of the giant creature. Plants and foliage ignite in flame because of how close Cindermore is to the surface.
Double E.
As it gets closer, I need you to make a reflex save.
Okay, reflex save. Ah, wait, I've got. Where's me? Ah, never mind. I've got a lucky rabbit's foot, but it wasn't in the list of items that I could select. And I can't remember what it does now, so it doesn't matter. I'll just do a reflex save.
I think it either lets you re-roll or it turns a 1 into a 20. Never mind. All right. With a natural 20, you leap out of the way as Cindermore, almost like a freight train, just seems to whiz past you. It heads out into the distance, and then you watch as it arcs and turns back as if it's coming back towards you. But that is all it does this round. Holly, with the powers and magics bequeathed to you, you have transformed yourself into a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. You have managed to defeat one of the gargoyles that was trying to make an escape with some of the Shawanti tribes. There is a second gargoyle who is poised to attack you just to the west of where you happen to be. Your giant lizard form heaving the ground as you step with your 2 massive clawed feet.
I would like to use a hero point. What I would like to do is attack the gargoyle and snap at its wings so the children are safe, probably traumatized, but not damaged, and drag the gargoyle down to the ground at a safe velocity so the children do not get hurt, to allow the children to escape.
All right, I'll allow it. Because you are a T-Rex, you automatically do have a grab attack attached to you, so that's fine. Let's make a athletics check to see if you can make the jump, which should be pretty easy.
All right. We're sure it's not acrobatics.
Super sure. But keeping in mind, you do have your buffs from your polymorph.
Oh yeah, I do.
All right, 18. That should be okay. As you leap into the air, you may make your attack.
Gargoyle down, kids away.
Well, if you make your attack, yes.
Oh, and now I have to make the attack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Hang on, I need to look up the... Where did I find that spell? 'Cause I don't know what the plus...
Oh, what's it called? Beast shape or?
It was under primal. I'm pretty sure. It was literally transform into dinosaur.
Dinosaur form. All right, there you go. I've just put it in the
Thank you.
in the chat there for you.
Okay.
Your athletics modifier of plus 18, unless yours is higher.
Nope.
Let's see. Tyrannosaur, speed is 30 foot. Jaws are a D12 deadly weapon.
Plus 16 attack modifier,
Yeah.
and a damage bonus is plus 9.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So 16. Well, that sounds like fun. I like that. And then I just roll a straight d20 on it.
Yep. You can add 16 into the modifiers list.
Okay. Darn it. Okay, stupid gargoyle.
Also, hi, Pennet. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Or afternoon, or evening, or wherever it happens to be for you.
Good. Not letting me roll on that gargoyle.
No, because you are rolling in the chat, because it's not a, it's not a
Oh,
coded
it's-
attack, yeah.
Got it.
All right, 29. The gargoyle's AC is 21.
Yes.
All right, so that is going to hit. Now roll your damage, which is a D12 plus 16, I think. Oh no, plus 9.
9.
Yeah, thank you. So D12 plus 9, and again, just in chat, so I'll apply it. All
I'll
right.
take that.
So 16 points of damage to the gargoyle as you jump up and you clamp down on the gargoyle's wing. As you do so, you grab hold of him and wrench him to the ground. The children are indeed dropped by the gargoyle. The children immediately run in a number of different directions. Now, that is your move action, your attack action. You do have one more action.
I would like to cast that heal on myself. It's not a good, but it's a heal. The level 3 heal is a single action.
That is true, but I don't know if you can do that while polymorphed with Tyrannosaur arms.
It's just somatic.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, somatic is using your, yes, correct.
But I have the hands, I just don't have
You actually
the-
don't have hands. You have three-fingered claws. Let me just have a quick look here. Can you use spells while polymorphed? Pathfinder 2E. You cannot cast spells while polymorphed.
Son of a
Nothing
bitch.
in this spell prevents you from concentrating on a spell you have previously cast while transformed. However, you do not have the ability to do so.
The gargoyle's not dead.
The gargoyle is
I-
not dead.
Okay, then I'm just gonna try to stomp him in that case, because the kids are gone, so like I don't have to worry about the kids anymore.
All right, not a problem. Let's do it.
I mean, you could
Cass.
try and eat them.
Oh, can I eat him?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I want to eat him. Is that still a plus 16 modifier?
Yeah. I mean, no, sorry, a plus 11 because your second attack.
Okay. I 100% want to eat the gargoyle.
Sure.
Revenge!
19.
Ah,
I don't think a 19 is high enough. No, you need a 21 to hit.
I'm so sad. I wanted to eat him.
No, you do have a natural 20.
Oh. Yeah, fuck it. Let's use a natural 20.
All right, a natural 20. You land a critical hit as you flick the wings up in the air. You open your jaws and just with this sickening crunch, you can roll your damage. It feels good.
It does feel good. That's plus 9 on the eating.
Yeah, plus 9, and then your bite attack again, but make sure you hit the crit button at the bottom left.
I did hit the crit button. Is that still a D12? Just because.
Yeah.
Up.
So do
Okay.
D12 plus 9. In the yep. I
don't
didn't
think
roll it. Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. It's because it's not coded, so that's fine. So roll it again. So another D12 plus 9. So that is 20, and then 17. So that is 37 damage. All right. Yeah, that gargoyle is gone. Ripped. As you swallow him. Yeah. as far as taste and texture goes, it is a mouthful of raw meat, which for your T-Rex palate is actually quite tasty. The outside is thick and stony and kind of almost gravelly, but inside is the delicious, juicy, sweet meats that make up a gargoyle.
Hooray. Is canceling the spell
A
a
free
full
action? It's a free action.
Free action? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel the spell. I've gotten rid of the gargoyle. Let's go back to fairy form.
All right.
I think I need to be able to cast spells more than I need to be a Tyrannosaurus. Which is sad, but it was fun.
All right, you transform back into your fairy form. At this point,
And you lose the temp HP.
oh yes, you lose your temporary hit points, and you explode because you still have a gargoyle in your stomach.
I do not. Do I?
I mean, technically, because the gargoyle doesn't polymorph.
Am I dying again?
I'm thinking. I wasn't expecting you to transform back for a little bit, to be honest.
I needed heals because
I'm aware. I'm aware, and I'm aware that this is something that wasn't thought
I
of.
can heal.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. I'll let the audience decide. Audience, let me know. What do you think should happen here? Holly, in Tyrannosaur form, has eaten the whole body of a medium-sized creature, while huge, and has now reverted herself into a small creature. Should she, A, be sickened 5 and regurgitate huge chunks of gargoyle? B, does the gargoyle polymorph and simply digest inside Holly? Or C, does Holly explode violently and require immediate medical attention? Well, see, Cass, the thing about, like, spells is they have particular effects. For example, Holly is the target spell of the polymorph, meaning Holly cast the spell on her and she changed shape. And reverting back is the cancellation of that spell. The gargoyle at no point in this equation has ever been affected by any type of spell. So that's the kicker here. So I'm seeing we got worst indigestion. I've heard gallstones. That's kind of funny. Do I want a mini poll? Yeah, let's do a mini poll and we'll come back to it. We'll see what happens. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, do a mini poll. So the options again: violent regurgitation, exploded Holly, or the creature is harmlessly digested. So those are the 3 options there. Okay. Padrig, you are up next. Quinn, your investigator, is doing her best to help evacuate people. There is only there's still another wave of the gargoyles coming, and she is trying her best to get the rest of the people away.
All right. So from where I am, can I see anything to shoot? I know there's another wave coming, but I don't see them on the map yet.
Make a
so are
perception
they
check.
just up? Sure. Perception. Right, there it is. $27.
All right. With a 27 in the distance, you can see a series of gargoyles that seem to be holding onto a throne heading in your direction. You also see Agnes running away from the upturning earth as Cinnamore is chasing after her. But other than that, the gargoyles and the mantis have all been dealt with in the area.
Okay, so I guess I'm trying to figure out what that means for what I can do. How can do I have any sort of idea how long it's going to take for the oncoming fairy horde to get here? Can I tell how long it's going to take the fairies to get here?
Oh, sorry, it was muted. Yeah, the next round they'll be here.
Okay. Okay, so I will then go ahead and see if I can position myself on top of one of the yurts. Are they going to be able to support me?
Yeah, I'd say so. It'd be very difficult. Make an acrobatics check just for balance.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, with
32.
32, that's pretty easy. You grab onto the central strut of the yurt. Your legs kind of bow in the leather, but otherwise you are up there now.
All right, so I will just that will get me up to here. Get myself into position. I've still got 3 flame wisps around me. And I'll just make sure that I'm locked and loaded and ready for when they get here.
All right, not a problem. You will have advantage on the next combat, and you'll go first, basically, because you are very
Okay.
prepared. All right, Dante. As we go to you, you turn over and you've seen the T-Rex shrink down, but Holly does not look well. Holly's gut is now distended, and you watch as this almost clawed hand ejects out of Holly's mouth as they begin to retch violently. Now, I'm not going to go into gory detail. That's about as detailed as I'm getting. Yeah, that's about as detailed as I'm getting. But Holly will then begin to proceed to vomit the twisted, mangled remains of the gargoyle. As Holly does so, Holly receives sickened 5, meaning you are incapacitated.
Oh, Jesus.
Until you can properly finish wrenching that out. All right.
Well, I was planning to go over there in the first place.
Okay, yeah, you go there and you like kind of hold Holly's hair back while she's like,
I would like to try and help her try to get it out, but
you grab
also
onto the severed arm and you're just yanking, trying to.
I was also hoping if that is only gonna take one action to hopefully do stuff, or is that gonna take more?
It'll take one action to assist, so I guess yeah.
Okay. Well, my next then will be DC 20 treat wounds.
All right, go ahead. And you have battle medicine, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
Whoa!
that's
Pew 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 pew! Natural 20! Hey, what's up, Odd Bandicoot? Good to see you. Okay. 4d8 plus 10 healing to Holly.
a crit. Because of some of the other stuff, I get an additional +5 out of it.
All right, very nice. 38 healing to Holly. All right. We now move to the remaining red mantis. The remaining red mantis is going to stay where he is. He's not going to do anything, really. Alexander, you've
Yes.
seen the gory thing that happened with Holly, and you could see the incoming army.
Yeah. Alexander will first take out his elixir of life and down that because he is also not at the best amount of health.
Was that my light just going weird? Yeah, it's right.
What?
All right, never mind.
Oh, I think you're saying things.
No, I think I'm going blind. Yeah, maybe. Okay. All right, you drink your elixir.
And that is 3d6 plus 6.
Well,
So
actually,
that's-
you're wearing a mask. It just dribbles onto your mask and then falls to the ground.
Bullshit.
Just calls me out of it. Just fuck you. No. All right. Yes, you do indeed drink your elixir.
Alright. Then I need to roll the... And that's one action to take it out and drink it, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay, so that brings me up 18, and I'm currently at 42, so that's 60 I should be at now.
Very well. All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Oh, shit. I very much did something wrong. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yes, I will. Do I know that that little army is coming?
The army is filled with gargoyles. It is not a little one, but yes, they are coming.
All right. Then I'm going to just prepare to how big is this radius? 10-foot burst, 60 feet. Okay, then I'm just gonna hold off and ready to cast Sanguine Mist when they get within 60 feet.
All right, very well. That's a shame because they were going to talk, but I guess we can attack. All right. Then we
Well-
go to.
Oh, whatever.
Then we go to No, I'm not joking either. Agnes, you're up next. Do you want to change that to have maybe the trigger of if they perform a hostile action within 20 foot, I'll use my ability?
All right, if they perform a hostile action within 60 feet, I will hold Sanguine Mist.
Yeah. All of a sudden, a Shawanti tribesman, an old woman, comes within 60 foot of you. Is the fighting over? Sanguine Mist! Fuck you, Grandma! Okay, there. All right, Agnes, you're up next.
Okay, so what's our Wemmy boyfriend doing?
He is doing a very big, wide circle turn to come back at you.
Of course he is. Right.
Indeed.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do, because I think it may be necessary, but may be futile, is to heal oneself. It's 2 actions to prepare an action, isn't it? I still don't know. I need to heal myself. Right, so first I'm going to heal myself. I feel better. I feel better now. That was nice. And then... I really don't have much idea of what's going on down there because there's a lot of tents and everything in between me and it. So I'm just going to continue to just keep the worm out of everybody's business, to be fair. So I'm again going to just use my movement 25, 30. Where's my movement
Mhm.
speed at? 25. Yeah, and just continue to run. I'm going to run.
All right.
Whichever way it's doing its U-turn, like it, like the opposite direction, if that makes sense. So if it's pulling its U-turn to the right, I'm gonna run to the left. Do you know what I mean? So it's gonna have to come in a circle again, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
So whichever.
so basically, as it's coming around this way towards you, you're going that way.
Yeah,
around.
25. Yeah, that way. Yeah.
All right, cool. So that is what's happening there. All right.
Yeah.
Now, while I'm gonna say Holly, Agnes is on a bit of a run, the fairy army begins to make their way forward. Fairy, not dairy. Fucking. All right. Making its way towards you, you see what looks to be a large creature, very similar to a gargoyle. It crawls around on four legs, and it kind of embedded into its back are a series of tangled vines, crystals, and silks that have been woven neatly into a large chair. Seated atop it appears to be a creature known as a spriggan. Which begins to make its way in your direction. Surrounding it are three other gargoyles that are in its entourage behind it. As it gets closer, let me just... there we go. This is what a spriggan is, by the way. Ooh, actually, I wonder... Do you remember what your fiance's name was? Holly?
No.
Yeah,
Alright,
she didn't like him anyway, so
that's fair.
why
All right.
bother remembering?
That's
I knew who he was, but we weren't, yeah, I didn't want to marry him.
all right. Cool. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna make it this dude. All right. As he makes his way forward, he gestures and the gargoyles immediately stop. He looks at Holly as Holly is retching out one of his gargoyles, raises an eyebrow and smirks. This is far enough. He steps down, trotting on the head of the gargoyle that is before him. Holly! This does not need to be more difficult than it already is. To the humans still remaining here, you may call me King Jack. I am the current occupying ruler of one of the many noble courts within the First World. I have no quarrel with those of you who wish to survive today. However, one of your number has caused a great amount of turmoil within the First World, and I have come to ensure that justice is done. Relinquish the fairy, known as Holly, and no harm will further befall your camp or your people.
Holly's gonna take a look at him, and then she's gonna remember that Puck sequence. Before I go with you, I would need to speak with my friend Puck.
He looks back at the gargoyles, and as he does, he nods. Very well. let it not be said that I am not a benevolent king. You watch as the one of the gargoyles steps forward and throws what looks to be a very small burlap sack onto the ground in front of you.
Holly opens the sack.
Inside, you find the severed head of Puck.
What's in the box?
God damn it.
So you've killed my friends, you've killed my family, and you think that's gonna make me want to marry you.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. My intentions were not as clear as perhaps they should have been. I don't wish to marry you any further. The marriage was a motive for peace. No. You were to be executed as part of the traitor's family, so that we can ensure that no one with any pretend claim to my new throne exists. While there is, of course, much bloodshed that could happen here, I realize that throwing countless members of my kingdom against your quite formidable entourage of friends is pointless. But not everyone here are as formidable as your friends. At this point, I'm going to say this is more of a cinematic effect. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the fact you guys did save the children. That is a thing. That did happen. However, this was always part of the plan. So one of the gargoyles have nabbed one of the children and brings it sort of in behind the king. So this isn't one of the ones that you saved. This is just another one that's been grabbed at some point. The Shawanti tribe's little boy does not, does not seem to be surrendering. It's like, fighting back and stuff like that, but it's a fucking gargoyle, so, it's just got it, really kind of grabbed up here. But that is what you see when he says that not everyone here is as formidable as your companions. Padrick, you do have a shot, and Alexander, you do also have that particular gargoyle is within range of your spell. However, because yours is an area of effect spell, it will hit the child as well, potentially.
I've got a natural 20. I'm gonna try and roll for it first, but if I do not take out this gargoyle with a crit, I will burn that and just shoot that guy through the frickin' head.
All right, so you're doing this just immediately as soon as he makes mention of it?
Well, I'm lined up.
Yeah, you'll line up. So regardless of when you do it, you will go first.
Yeah.
So keeping in mind, even if he decides to slit the kid's throat, you will get to go first before he does.
All right. I'm going to wait for how it unfolds, but I am ready to take the shot.
Sweet. Perfect. Yeah. You, like I said, you have the absolute advantage here because you were quite ready in advance. So you're good. Normally I'll say with a hostage situation, if you move, I'll kill him. I will have the guy who readied the action go first, but because you were readied first, so is Alexander. You two have precedence. So, okay. But that is what Jack says to, again, not necessarily specifically to Holly, but to the group in whole. Basically, surrender Holly, or I'm going to resume the attack to try and kill Holly, but she's the only one I'm after.
Jack, I did not realize you were such a coward that you hide behind children.
Well, gargoyles don't really have the same type of age type thing. You can make a gargoyle as a fully grown adult, like, immediately, like, straight away. They don't have, like, a gestation period where they grow.
No, he's hiding behind the child, the Shawanti child.
Oh, he doesn't interpret you saying that. Like, again, all fairies and all first world people have existed, like, predating humanity in total. The concept of children is nothing to Jack. It's like everything's a child. Like the
Yeah.
most ancient of elves is a child to Jack.
You're hiding behind a human child.
Oh, sorry, you're trying to make a point. I presumed there was more.
Yeah, no, you can't face me on your own. You have to have your little gargoyle army, and you have to have your threats against human children. I did not realize you were that much of a coward.
Oh. I'm sorry. Is this important to you? I mean, perhaps if you were my wife, then your opinion would matter to me.
I think we've established I'm never going to be your wife.
And I think we can establish that what you think doesn't mean shit to me either.
Let the child go.
Well, I mean, why not? She said so, right? Just let the child go. Go on, release him. We'll take all the army. Pack everything up, people. This was a failed venture. You know, back to the first world. Are you stupid? Like, is this an actual thing? This is not a negotiation. I am a king, you dull creature. I did not ask. I did not ask you to surrender. I asked your friends to give you up. So I will return to my point. Relinquish the fairy, and I will spare the rest. These are my terms.
I don't think my friends are going to go for your terms, and I'm pretty sure my friends can kick your ass.
At this point, I'm going to shoot that gargoyle.
All right.
I think we've reached that point.
All right, brilliant. Okay, let me just pull up the gargoyles real quick. They're gonna be in. Okay, one moment. All right, bear with me for a hot second. All right, pardonnez-moi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, there's that. All right, there we go. Okay, done and done. 1, 2, 3 gargoyles. And the fairy. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, 2 shakes. I got this. Okay. I'm after yes. Okay. Gargoyle 3. Gargoyle 2. Gargoyle 1, who is the one who has the child. And Jack, who is there. All right. Coolios. All right, take a shot as you fire.
All right, which one am I shooting at?
Number 1.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do, as I prepare to take my shot, you said I have advantage on this, or was that just initiative?
Initiative. So yeah, you will go first.
Okay.
Is the bonus.
Okay. All right, so I will whisper burn to the barrel of my gun, do a fulminating shot on gargoyle number 1. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we're gonna crit that instead, so we'll just do a nat 20.
All right, burning up the nat 20.
Gotta save the kiddos. All right, so critical damage. And as this fire is in a bullet wreathed in flame, one of those flame wisps that's circling my head goes along with it.
Okay.
And does 59 points of damage to it.
All right. The creature is still alive, but barely.
And a crit card.
Oh yes, and a crit card. Thank you.
And also he's got to do fort save against my my DC of 27 to be stunned 1 from my critical.
All right.
And also to be pushed back 5 feet from the impactful wound.
All right. So McClover, you. Okay, hold on. So first of all, the fulminating shot fires, bang, striking the horn of the creature. It deals a ton of damage, and the horn snaps off as the head recoils. Now I will give you this: instead of a crit card, the child can escape.
I will take that as my crit.
Very well. As the hit strikes and hits, the head reels backwards. The child elbows the gargoyle and makes a run for it. Jack looks over and just seems disappointed that this is the choice you've made. However, McClover has just come in with a natural 20 for each player here and a max out all present hero points for the players in question. So, guys, and you know what? Just as an extra special service, I'm also going to give Quinn a nat 20 and fill out the hero points as well. Why am I doing this? Because, honestly, McClover, your generosity always blows me away. And so I want to make sure that when Quinn joins us again, that generosity is extended. Just that is from me. That is going to cost nothing extra. That is just there. So thank you. I hate this guy, but Dag plays him very well. Thank you. I appreciate that. Some characters, it is very hard because, you know, children and animals, they're always like a big thing for me. So every time I have to role play someone like threatening or jeopardizing animals or children, I'll always be very lenient. And I'll always be very like, you know, I'll also, you know, it also makes me kind of like okay. Patrick, guess what?
Oh. He's mad at me, isn't he?
Oh, he's so mad at you. But also, second win, have another turn.
Sweet. A whole nother turn.
You were waiting for you were waiting for a while, so I mean.
All right, so that's 3 more actions. So I will reload. I'm gonna finish that gargoyle off. So another fulminating shot with fire. One of those wisps that had flown out gets replaced, and another one of the 3 is going to go out with this shot. And this is a first shot again because it's a new turn, right? Oop.
Yes, indeed.
Hang on. I accidentally hit something that doubled it, so I'm going to drop those and try this again. My finger slipped and I right-clicked. That is a hit.
All right.
The 26, and we drop all this stuff on him again.
All right, and that will take out that gargoyle. All right, Alexander, as your readied action is also there, the child is now clear, and you have ample room for your spell and ability, which you had readied.
Perfect. Then Alexander's gonna full send it. Everything within a 10-foot burst of the gargoyle, I do believe, must make a save. Yeah, each living creature in the area where it casts a spell has to make a fortitude save.
All right, fortitude saves it is. Natural 20 for Jack.
Of course.
32 for gargoyle number 1. And 25 for gargoyle number 2.
Great. Only one failed.
All right.
But it's half damage. So
Critical success means it's 0 damage.
oh, I was talking about the gargoyle that passed.
Oh, yeah. So one of them has failed, so they'll take full damage. One of them passed, which is going to take half damage, and then Jack critically successed, so no damage.
Yeah. All right.
So just roll the damage in chat, and I'll apply it to them.
Yep. All right, and then
What type of damage is
because
it? Void. Okay.
it is negative.
Yeah.
And then it creates an area, so that 10-foot burst area is now a cloud of red mist that conceals them, but it also conceals us from them.
All right. Very well. Done and done. And with second wind, have another turn.
All right. Oh, I also get temporary hit points equal to the amount of damage that I did to them.
So that is 31 damage or 31 healing.
Equal to half the damage to a single creature. Okay.
So 10.
Then 10. Hey, 10 is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then I will sustain the spell, and they need to save again.
No. Because it's still the same round.
Okay. Then I'll Ooh. I haven't actually got to use this spell yet. I can still cast another spell, correct?
Correct.
All right. Then I need them to make a reflex save.
Okay. You
As
want to
I'm
tell me what
going
you're doing?
I'm going to be casting. Yeah, I was about to.
Okay.
I will be casting Howling Blizzard. It is
Okay.
a 60-foot cone with a range of 500 feet with the 3 action. And an area of a 30-foot burst. So it'll be that version. Getting as many of the gargoyles and Jack in as I can.
All right. You will need to aim it about there in order to avoid hitting your allies.
Yep.
All right. And reflex saves.
DC
Those
27.
poor trees in particular.
All right.
Of course. Of course.
All right.
Always the
Again.
one.
Again.
Same guy. All right.
All right.
So, one of them saves, one of them fails, one of them critically succeeds.
Yep. All right.
And as you're watching this, by the way, in addition, Holly, you kind of realize that all of the spells and all of the abilities that Alexander is doing, Jack is just ignoring.
All right, so it's 36 full cold damage to the gargoyle that failed, half of that to the one that passed, none to Jack. And now not only is that area concealed in a blood mist, it's now difficult terrain as snowdrifts and icy gales fill that area.
Okay. Cool. All right. Then let us roll initiative and start the round. The magma dragon, the magma worm is chasing Holly. Holly. Oh, sorry, not Holly. What am I saying? Fucking ignore me. Agnes. Agnes, as you are being chased, can I get you to make me a perception check, please?
I mean, I can try. Not my greatest skill. Oh,
All right.
never mind.
As you are running from the worm, you trip over something. It appears to be
I am-
something made of gold. Make a reflex save.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right. As you do so, you manage to fall, not necessarily prone, but you stumble. You
Hmm.
could choose to pick up the object if you'd like, or keep running. It doesn't look like it belongs here. It is a very ornate and very well made thing, whatever it is. And it is, again, solid gold. Well, not solid gold, it's like gold.
Yeah, I mean the gold thing's not really the. I just wouldn't really care about that. But the fact that it's an unusual thing that's just sprouted up. And you know, she lives her life by the cards and fates, so I think she would, yeah, just pick it up on the off chance, you know, someone's doing them a solid.
Okay. You reach down and try to pick it up. It is wedged in the ground.
Oh,
Can
no.
I make a athletics check as you're trying to pull it out of the earth that it is impacted in?
Yeah, I'll have my headphones back in as well, actually.
All right.
Nice, solo. Athletics.
All right. As you grab onto it, you kind of pull and you tug. You pull and you
Oh.
tug. You try to make that athletics check. You take a few moments. You're okay.
I'm debating whether I want to use me nat 20.
Well, you haven't rolled it yet.
Well,
And,
yeah,
okay,
that says
that's
reflex.
okay. Oh,
Yes.
never mind.
See? There you go. Just need to do it is the whole thing. All right.
You know what? Every
Hey!
time Agnes has to roll an athletics check, which is not very often because she's terrible, I'm sure she rolls a nat 20. Like,
All right. Well, guys, real quick, welcome in to our dear friends, Forge of Lore, raiding in with a party of 7. Buddy, good to see you. How are you? How was your stream? What happened? Tailspire is a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed your tailspiringness. We are currently amidst a massive battle. A fairy king named Jack has brought some gargoyles to bear on our group because he wishes to kill Holly, who was originally supposed to marry King Jack in order to broker peace between the fairy kingdoms and the nation of the Spriggans. But Holly ran away from her duties, so instead the Spriggans invaded, killed Holly's family, and now wish to kill Holly so that the legitimacy to their claim to the kingdoms is then concreted. However, while this is happening, there are so many different things. There is a battle in which Agnes, our psychic, is currently running for her life from a giant worm known as Cindermore, who is tunneling through the ground, trying to attack her while she distracts it from the others. Now, Agnes has stumbled upon something golden and artifact-looking in the ground and has taken a moment to try and wrench it out of the dirt. She has now, pulled it out of the earth and is now holding something in her hand. But as she lifts it up, I'm going to send Laura a message to tell her what it is. But As she does,
Just gonna
As
go to
she-
keep.
as she picks it up, a shadow blocks out the sun
Ah.
as the worm manages to swallow Agnes whole. As the earth where Agnes was standing disappears, leaving behind a born tunnel. We'll go to Dante.
It's all right. We've been here before, folks. It's fine.
Yeah. This isn't the first belly that
Well.
Agnes has been in.
Um,
All right.
There's something I wanted to do, but
Mhm.
I need a bit of information because I wasn't able to copy it all down when we first got it.
Oh, sure.
Outside
I'm
of
listening.
what it does.
Yeah.
The treasure golem we fought when we got the 12-faced shaped iron that plane ships.
Uh-huh.
How many actions to activate and range?
It is 2 actions to activate, and the range is 60 foot. So for those of you at home, an
Got it.
artifact that our group also has is basically it's like a D12 that has different abilities on each face. As it is thrown a particular distance, the area 30 foot around that space is immediately changed to replicate the environment surrounding whatever face the object lands on. So if it lands on the elemental plane of ice, this entire area becomes encased as if it were on the elemental plane of ice. If it is the elemental plane of fire, boom, it becomes like an area of fire, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's been a while since you guys busted that out, but yeah,
Never used it either.
you did. You used it in the belly of the Tarrasque.
Did we?
I don't remember that.
You did. You
I
did.
thought that's where we got it.
That's where
'cause
we got
fought
it.
the treasure golem.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
right.
the
Yeah.
treasure
That's
golem
right.
had that.
Mhm.
Right. Well, I mean, you still technically used it there. I mean, just saying.
Because Dag likes to eat us
I love eating
and
my
then
players.
throw an extra bad monster at us.
Yeah.
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 Because, you know.
Because of medic dedication, I can use battle medicine one more time. And because being master, it will make it to where it's only 1 per hour as well instead of 1 day. So I am going to. Do I do CC 20 again? Oh, we're gonna chance it. We're gonna go DC 30 on Holly to try and heal what's left of their health.
All right, let's do it. DC 30 as you quickly weave together your battle medicine.
I will use the hero point.
All right, hero pointing it away.
Oh,
Natural freaking 20. All right, 48 plus 30. All right. Holly is healed. And because it's a crit and you did hit the DC, I will also lower Holly's sickened condition by 2.
hey.
All right.
So that is one action. Next action will be. You know, I haven't used this in a while. Let's see, what's the range on this again?
Mm.
Oh no, I was looking for range because electric arc. I'm going to cast it on Gargoyle 2 and have it go to Gargoyle 3.
All right. That is 25-foot range. The target is concealed, so please be sure to hit the concealed marker when you make your attack.
Conceal. There we go.
Oh! He fails his saving throw.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Conceal's gonna make him matter because it's a save.
It's not a ranged attack as well?
No, it's just a save.
Really?
Oh, the roll 20 is struggling a little bit. There we go.
Alright, let's have a look. Electric arc. Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely. Okay, so critical hit on the gargoyle number 2, and then a regular hit on gargoyle number 3. You explode gargoyle number 2. As he takes 32 electric damage, smoke billows out of his eyes, and just falls to the ground dead. The second gargoyle takes 16 damage, which isn't great. He's not very healthy. He's unhappy. Unhappy chappy. All right, is that everything?
Yep, because one action to heal Holly further, and then
2 for the
two
lightning
actions
arc.
to use electric.
All right, Padrig, you're up next.
Sweet. I'm gonna try and shoot Jack. He's already mad at me. Why not?
All right, he does have concealment, but by all means,
I will click the conceal.
take the shot.
I will. And I will do a fire fulminating shot. So load fulminating shot and shoot on Jack.
All right, that is a hit. As your bullet fires out, it soars through the air and whack hits Jack.
It's 34 points of damage.
All right, very nice. All right, Jack is wounded by your attack.
All right. And then Holly's sickened. What does that do to her? Did you say she was incapacitated?
She was. However, with the healing that was provided by Dante, she is no
Okay.
longer incapacitated. Now she has.
Never mind then.
Yeah, now she has 3. Now she just has a -3 on stuff.
Okay.
All right. The gargoyles are up next.
Would she get any removal from the last time I critted?
Oh yeah, you did. So hold on. Yes, she was on Sicken 2.
It was only a DC 20, that one. If you want to make it different.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The Sicken 2 is the new one. I'm happy for that. All right. The gargoyle flies out of the area of danger and is going to, with his 40-foot move speed, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then double move and attempt to attack Alexander,
Ah, shit.
as it's going to try and claw at you for using spells, and lands a solid
Damn.
hit. All right, of 17 damage. So this thing is now just above you, scratching at you with its taloned claws. But that is all it does. Now, the next thing that happens is freaking terrifying. You see a plume of red smoke suddenly just erupt out of the center of the place where Jack was standing. 80 foot in the air. You now see Jack having leapt into the sky. As he begins to descend, he is going to descend on Padrig. And he has his
Of course he
hooves,
is.
his diamond-cutting hooves, aimed in your direction.
I would like to roll out of the way.
All right. Well, hopefully you can. All right. Here we go. Oh, but that's abysmal.
Well, on the lines, that still hit.
Yeah, that's true. So leap. What's the distance? So I had to use 2 actions for that. So leap, and then stomp. Dang. Okay. How many hit points do you have?
61.
61.
Yeah, he's taken 37 damage and has a wounded one.
Like 61 left?
Yes.
You know what? I'll use the nat 20 on this one.
Oh,
Thanks.
You're welcome. I just wanted to make sure, you know, it wasn't an instant kill. I mean, it might still be, but, you know. All right. $57
Ow.
points of damage as you are struck through the yurt and into the ground. And you watch as that foot that just steps on Padrick's chest, there's now like a hoof mark right in the center of your sternum.
Ouch.
And that is where he is. All right. Holly, you bear witness to said stompity stomping. Oh, dang. All right. Divine healing. As you are stomped, Padrig, divine healing. You are now under the effect of a full restore. All your abilities and powers have been reset, and your hit points are now maxed out. As the hoof mark, as he sort of, as you know, like
Thank you.
as Jack steps away, you see the symbol of Asmodeus suddenly emblazoned in the blood around you, and your wounds heal fully.
All my channel points, dude. There's nothing else.
Hey,
Make it
I
work.
appreciate it.
All right. All right.
Okay.
But it is Holly's turn. Sterns
right.
are overrated. Jesus.
The first thing Holly is going to do is she's going to offer a prayer to Asmodeus. So she's going to stop for a moment. Lord Asmodeus, I have not always been as appreciative of your gifts as I should have been. I have done things for you in your name, but I have not done them with a whole heart. But now I would like to fully commit myself to you, and I would like you to know that I will be your devoted cleric from here on out. And now she is going to class Flame Strike, as he is the god of fire.
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay. She's also going to offer a blood sacrifice and cut herself slightly.
Sure. Make a diplomacy check. And who are you targeting, sorry?
Hmm?
Who are you targeting, sorry?
I'll be targeting Jack.
Okay. Jack is inside the yurt, but you are targeting the yurt itself, like where he fell down. That's where you're kind of aiming. All right. Yep, make a diplomacy check.
That's why you healed me.
It actually wasn't, but it's probably a good thing I did.
Yes.
Is that good enough?
No, unfortunately, it is
Like a
not.
hero.
Hero
I would
point
like a
it?
hero.
All right,
Hero
let's
point
hero point it.
Yum, 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 yum.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, it must be
Well,
the
time
thing.
to use that nat 20.
Yeah, let's nat 20 that diplomacy check.
All right. So, drop the saving throw on Jack, and as the flames of Asmodeus and the profane energies rage above the yurt, it comes down like a fire, like fires straight from hell, directly on top. Jack does make the save and halve the damage. However, the damage is doubled because your prayer was successful. In addition, Padrig, you are unharmed by the flames of Asmodeus's fire, as the diplomacy, as the vow that Holly has taken has appeased the god greatly enough that he has bestowed his blessing and ensured that you are protected from the fires that are now burning Jack. So just roll your damage into chat, and that'll be fine.
Oh. I dropped it on Jack.
Oh, okay. Well, damn, that'll fine. So it'll double and then halve to 24. So yeah, 24 points of damage as Jack is burned by Osmodian fire. All right, and that'll be your turn.
That is my turn.
All right, 1 action to pray and 2 actions to cast Flame Strike. As we then go to Alexander. Oh, and sorry, you do hear the pained howls of Jack as he's hit by this.
Would it be closer to being smited at this point?
Probably, yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I will no longer be sustaining the blood mist because that's kind of pointless now.
All right, blood mist is removed.
I will, however, cast Vampiric Maiden on the gargoyle.
All right.
So gargoyle, I will make him make a DC 27 Fortitude save. I said, oh, of course.
I mean, it's a gargoyle.
Yeah. Well, he's still
Fortitude's not been doing well.
I think he still takes half.
Yeah, I believe so. If it's a basic save.
Yes. Success, the target takes half damage. Actually, that would be a critical success because my Fortitude's 27, and that's 11 above mine. Is it? Oh wait, no, that's only 9. Never mind. I'm blind. All right.
Well, you do have a mask on your face. You can't really see that well. Nothing? No fucking whatever. Fuck you.
So.
Okay. 10 points of damage.
All right, and then I gain temporary hit points equal to half the negative damage, or equal to the negative damage.
All right.
The target takes.
That is 10. Now, keeping in mind, temporary hit points do not stack. I think.
I already lost all my previous ones.
Oh, cool. Then you're good. All right. Carry on. All right.
All right. That is 2 actions for Vampiric Maiden. And
which, for those of you who want an actual aesthetic to it, a Iron Maiden literally emerges out of nowhere, slams shut, and bleeds the creature. The mist of red then sort of emanates and goes into Alexander's body, giving him those temporary hit points.
Yes. Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
Then, for my last action, how far above me is he?
Like he's just above you. Like
Like,
he's just
is it
off
within?
the ground.
Melee
Okay,
distance.
so he's within slashing range.
Yeah. That's why he's
Alright.
like, slashing.
Then with my last action, I will attempt to slash it with my dagger.
All right, let's do it.
Hey. All right.
All right.
With my fancy schmancy dagger, he will take 2d4 plus 3 piercing, 1d6 sonic, and 1d6 spirit damage.
All right. Do it. All right, he takes 9 points of damage as you stab him.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, in the belly of the beast. Agnes,
Ah.
it is dark here.
Hmm.
Been in this situation before.
Yeah.
It is hot.
It's-
It is warm. You see the carriage that you are in to protect
Oh,
you.
sing again.
Yeah, you see it. It's fucked. Like, it is basically just a melted heap of slag at this point.
Pops out a parasol once more.
You watch as the acid drips down on your parasol, creating these little holes. All right, but you hold in your hand a golden object that you have pried free. It is super dark, but you still feel it clutched in your hand.
She will like run her hands across it to try and work out a shape or whatever, because she didn't really get a very good look at it before it, you know. So she'll kind of like, yeah, try to work out from touch what it is.
Sure. It appears to be like a gravy boat, maybe, or kind of like a teapot, maybe. It's very strange, whatever it is.
Agnes is like, look, I mean, I know I like tea, but I was really hoping for something a little wee bit more useful. She just says to like nobody, really, just
Yep.
to the sky. Well, the nothingness. Well, has it got like a lid on it? Should
It
give
does
a
have a
shake
it
if
does
there's
it does
anything in
it does have a lid on it. It does have like a little like something. You can
Yeah,
kind
well,
of
she'll
hear
lift that up.
you can kind of hear something sloshing around on the inside, like maybe like it's oil
Oh.
or something.
See, we've got something. She'll lift the lid off and give it a little sniff.
Oh, it definitely has like this like kind of like oily smell.
Oh, right. Would you be able to figure out what it is now?
Yeah, it's
Like,
probably a
precisely?
lamp of some kind.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, it's a wee bit dark. And she fumbles around in a little bag of holding and pulls out a flint. Have I got a flint? I think I have a flint. I mean, I've got lots of things that can
Look,
be
I'd
light,
say
but
yeah,
just
yeah.
for the sake of this, right? She's gonna pull out. Yes, I do. Flint and steel, and she's gonna attempt to light the lamp.
All right, the lamp ignites.
Oh,
As
oh dear. Oh God, it's horrible in here. I forgot how horrible it was. Oh.
yeah, every single surface around you is just meat that is like roiling and moving and convulsing. The lamp itself is beautiful, but quite aged. You can see that there's some old inscriptions written along the entire length of it, but it's like tarnished a little bit and it's very difficult to read.
She will lift up like she's one of her bulky bits of her skirt and give it a rub to see. if she
Oh, you
can,
don't need to lift up your skirt. Like the hemming is starting to dissolve.
Oh, great.
I love how matter of fact you're like, oh fuck, I'm getting eaten. Mild.
The third time now.
Stop.
The third time.
It's like, death is so inconvenient. You know what's really funny
Yeah,
too? It's like it's very British mom kind of vibe. Like too, it's like, oh no, I left the kettle on. I'm being eaten by a. It's like, Mom, you were in a car accident. Oh, I know, dear, but I'll be fine. I'll walk it off.
Yeah, so she will, yeah, just whatever, do something, a scarf to try and, yeah, give it a rub to see if she can work out.
All right, you start to like
With some
buff off.
polish.
You start to polish it. You know, you give it the old, huck to
Yeah.
treatment. And as this happens,
Don't give it
Did
that
not.
treatment.
All right.
God damn it, Dylan.
Oh, memes.
I
Anyway.
would like to fireball myself with a hero point.
Okay. Anyway, all of a
Because,
sudden,
you know, last time it was pegging.
Yeah, last session we were talking about pegging.
we're a stream for children, I swear. Okay, so all of a sudden, smoke begins to billow out from the bowels of the worm.
Ooh.
You watch it. Those of you outside suddenly watch as it sort of coughs and splutters, and this like sort of prismatic colored fog just starts to erupt from Cindermore, when suddenly a torrent of this gas bursts out. What level are you guys? 9?
Yeah,
Okay, just checking.
Yes.
No reason.
we haven't leveled up in a while.
Is that a request or is that just a statement of the obvious?
I think
It's a
that
statement,
possibly
it's been a bit.
I'm
Both?
imagining that the next
Both is good.
milestone is concluding this. So I might probably like
Yeah.
at the end of this we would probably level, but
Oh yeah, definitely. All right.
judging by
Erupting from the mouth of the creature, clenched with Agnes in its claws, you see a
oh great.
not colossal. It's a very large, should I say? It is a very large dragon.
I'm not sure this is better.
As it flies out of Cindermore's mouth, Cindermore is definitely impained, having something so large, basically just explode inside of its gut suddenly. Holly understands the feeling almost, very vividly of having something bigger than what you can chew suddenly appear in your stomach. And Cindermore, in his pain and anguish, is going to retreat back from whence he came. And from within the hand, the muffled sounds of Agnes, I'm gonna get it right one day, comes forth. And you then hear
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Hey, I'm sorry there, little guy. Let me give you some oxygen here.
Damn, 10,000 years and his first instinct is to commit copyright infringement.
Yep. So yeah, the claws open up, and Holly, you are now in the palm of this big
Agnes.
dragon.
Agnes.
Get it right.
Agnes,
Right.
God fucking damn it! What is wrong with me? You know what? You know what it is. I spent all day writing today's
It's
thing
on the
with.
screen. It's
the-
on the screen.
Yeah, I guess.
It's even lighting up and everything.
That's very true. That's my apologies. My apologies. Okay, so Holly, you keep going. No, it's all right. Agnes, you are in the palm of this creature. Yeah. What do you say?
Thank you. I hope for the rescue, Mr. Dragon, sir.
Oh, please. Mr. Dragon was my father. Call me Will.
Hey, nice to meet you, Will.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Now, listen, I don't know if you understand the deal of how this stuff goes. You rope the lamp, I show up, I grant some wishes, and then I disappear. But that's if I was a genie. But I'm not a genie, as you can probably tell. The glorious wings, they kind of give it away.
Oh no, definitely not a genie. You're
Right.
definitely a dragon.
Oh yeah, and there's a whole bunch of different quid pro quo stuff that kind of has to happen here. This is a very nice place you got here. I gotta say, I love the fire and dead bodies, and is that gargoyle entrails? That's a nice touch. I gotta say, it's beautiful here. I love yeesh. It's always the weirdos that end up with the lamp. For once, can't someone rub a lamp in, like, a sauna? A hot spring? Maybe a small desert island with some coconuts or something. No, it's always bloodbaths and death and hordes that already belong to other dragons.
I'm sorry.
Hey, nothing to be sorry about. So, let me ask you this. What is your greatest heart's desire? You just say the words, and I will grant your wish. Or more should I say, I'll come up with a thing that you have to do in order to make that wish happen. And don't worry, it's still all magic and stuff, like you still get the wish, okay? It's not like one of those, friends you found along the way kind of bullshit wishes, okay? It's an actual wish, but it needs a little gas, little juice to get the wish going.
And would the amount of juice be proportional to the wish requested?
She's already on. You know what, Master? I looked at you and I said to myself, this is the guy. She knows exactly how this whole thing works. Yes, you're absolutely right. It is proportionate to the request what's been given.
Well, are we flying at this point? Like, are we in the air? Or
No.
is he on the ground?
I'd say we're flying. Oh, and you look so grievously injured. Not really, but let's see if we can do something about this. Here, let me just fix that for you. Okay, one of these.
Injured.
One of that. All right. You are on full health, and you are no longer clumsy, as whatever gave you clumsy has now been restored. And all your wounded conditions are gone.
There's an insight bonus.
See, because Agnes is quite a practical person, and she's quite well aware that the more you ask for, the more the price to pay. And as she looks down at the extra now carnage, because can she see the spiky dude, the Jack guy, or is he inside a yurt? Or can she see like him from up here?
You could
Because
definitely.
he wasn't there when she
The whole area is flattened. Like the yurt has been flattened, and you could probably. I'm just gonna say for dramatic effect, there is this pillar of fire that is burnt on Jack. So Jack is still smoldering from that, and I'll say that foot is still kind of on Padrick, like stepping on him, just to kind of give that clear indication this is bad guy.
Well, you know what? For right now, I would just be very grateful and appreciative, and if you could just put me on the ground unharmed.
Look, kid, I know you're nervous about all this, but you sure you want that to be a wish? I mean, like, there are better things I can do here, like, I could move mountains, I could drop treasure, and there's just so many things here. You just want me to put you on the ground?
Unharmed, yes.
I mean, okay, sure. You have to say the word, though. You have to say, like, I wish you put me on the ground.
Oh, right. I wish for you to please put me on the ground down there, and she'll point at a spot. I don't know, here-ish.
Okay.
I can't ping. How does one ping?
You gotta hit the space bar, and then you gotta left click. You gotta hold that space bar down. You gotta left click, double click.
Ah. She'll point there.
Okay, well,
Right there, unharmed, please.
okay, well, technically speaking, what you would have to do in order for me to do this, you already done. And that is, you have to be nice. You gotta ask politely. And in fact, because you asked politely, I'm not even gonna take that as one of your 3 wishes, okay? I'm just gonna put you down over here, nice and gentle like, unharmed. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. And she does a wee little wobbly curtsy as she kind of, you know, she's a little. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I imagine it's a busy day. But you know what? Hey, look, you know, even though it's a busy day, you're still being polite. And I just, you know, I don't feel any necessity to, you know, like, ask for too much of you on that one, you know. Like, putting you down, that's easy. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I wish for you to please eat that gentleman over there that is stepping on my friend Patrick.
That guy right there?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Your wish is my command.
The dragon takes off and flies across the yurts, landing just above Patrick. Patrick, there is a dragon now looming over you.
Yeah. It's been that kind of day.
Just Patrick resigns himself, just like, fuck.
Patrick's like, ah, god damn it.
You watch as the dragon reaches into its armor and pulls out what looks to be a trident and a glaive. He looks down, and and Jack sort of looks up and says, "Do you know who I am, you dull creature? I am King Jack of the stab," with the trident, and then with the glaive cuts him in half.
Specific on how to eat them.
He looks over at Patrick. Patrick, blood is just flying everywhere as he's being ripped to shreds, as he's just eating. You know, he's trying his best not to like drip or anything. But as you watch this happen, he's trying to chew, and he looks and he's like,
What? I'm not a savage. You guys got any ketchup?
all right. Let's see. One moment. All right.
Possibly, I have a flask of friendship that technically holds whatever liquid the person wants at the time.
That's fair. All right, and of course it's crit. Okay. So, Jack takes 107 damage. Jack is somehow still alive, but barely.
Jesus.
Christ, Jack.
Yep. So Jack is being chewed and eaten, and he is still alive, fighting for whatever little life he has remaining as he is being chewed on by this dragon. We're gonna go
Did
out of
the
it.
second one actually do it as a crit?
No, well, sorry, he made 2 successful hits and then a thing. So I just did 2 crits.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Gotcha,
Number.
gotcha.
You know what, Patrick?
Yeah, don't
give us a
forget his
number.
card.
Give us a number between 1 to 5.
Let's go with number 1.
Let's see. This is not gonna work. Let's try that again. Crushing blow. The target is doomed and stupefied. Yeah, that makes sense. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Where the fuck did this dragon even come from? Ah! Yeah, okay. All right. Well, tentatively, we are out of initiative. Unless there is something you would like to do, Alexander, the gargoyle is going to fucking bail, because it's a dragon.
Yeah, no.
But we're out of initiative. You guys may interact with said dragon as he is eating your enemy.
Well, Patrick is gonna,
Slide.
just kind of, scoot out of there, slowly get himself off.
All right, you
Prestidigitation to clean the
Holly, what are you
blood off of
doing,
me.
and where are you sneaking to?
Holly is watching. Holly wants a very good view of Jack getting eaten because Holly.
Sure, not a problem. All right. I'm going to just very, very surreptitiously.
Agnes is gonna rush over to Crystal to
Okay.
see if he's still
All right,
alive at all in any way, shape, or form.
he is alive, but barely. I'm just gonna move everyone. You're all kind of like
Excuse me.
watching what's going on. There you go. As like the dragon starts to get a little like anxious because he's like, it's like guys, come on, like I'm having dinner here. Just why are you staring? You don't be weird.
Dante would help make sure that Christo is not dying.
Oh, sure. We'll do some healing and stuff like that next time. All right. Now, as the dragon is eating Jack, Jack does get a chance to do something before the dragon finishes him off. The question is, what?
Oh, do.
Oh, okay, he does have something. Jack will attempt to use his spring step, which he does need to make an athletics check against the dragon. If he succeeds, he's going to run away. So it's a 14 for his check. All right, here we go. 24 against the dragon, who has a 28 is the DC for the dragon. All right, he absolutely does not manage to escape. He can try it again, but it is at a -5. So let's give it a crack. Why not? It's got nothing else to lose. Nope. And let's try one last time because we might get a nat 20.
Speaking of a 20.
No way.
All right.
This nice jinxed every time someone's mentioned it, it's happened. It's weird.
Okay. Jack is about to be devoured, and in his last-ditch effort, you watch as he transforms into shadow and disappears. Likely he will not be back anytime soon, but he has very narrowly escaped with his life intact.
Holly really wants to chase him down. Is there any way she can figure out where he is?
He's in the first world.
Damn it.
The dragon looks kind of perturbed, like he ate him. He ate half of him. You didn't say he had to eat the whole thing, so I guess he still is okay. But yeah. All right. But you now stand before this mighty dragon. He wipes his lips, cleaning up, and says,
Well, I'm terribly sorry that I couldn't, finish eating him. He kind of slipped away from me. But he was eaten. I did consume a great deal of this individual. And as such,
Indeed.
The request that I make of you now is going to be one that you also can do in part. It doesn't make sense. It's like the kind of thing where if you ask me to do something and I didn't quite finish it, I ask you to do something and it's imperative you also don't quite finish. You get most of the way there. You know what I mean?
Right, yes. That seems fair.
Okay.
Patrick's just kind of looking over at Agnes like, what is going on?
Holly leans forward to Patrick. What did she do?
I have no idea. Look, I got stomped on. There was big fire, and then a dragon started eating him with a fork and knife.
Oh, the fire was me.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
And as for me, my name is Will. I am a fortune dragon. I have been bound to the service of this lamp that has been awoken by your friend Agnes, and I am now obliged to do wishes of the 3 variety. However, my wishes come with quests, and you have to do the quests, otherwise the wishes backlash. You know, it's a whole thing that happens here.
So give
Okay.
and take.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm ready.
Now,
Seems fair.
the request you made was to take a life, and thus the request for you is to bring one into this world. Cindermore, the worm, is pregnant with child. Or should I say, is ready to lay an egg.
Oh, right.
However, there is a dangerous force that is out there currently trying to make use of said child.
Oh, that's terrible.
You need to make sure that no harm comes to this egg.
I mean, that's easy.
Okay.
I mean, the idea of protecting a child is, you know,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
amazing.
Oh, also when Cindermore's eggs hatch, they explode. So you know, bubble.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to be near there when that happens.
Thanks for the warning. I appreciate it.
And how do we know when Cindermaw's egg is about to hatch?
Oh, well, no, Cindermore has to
I'm
lay
sure there's
the
a
egg
whole
first.
rocking thing.
Yeah, you little cracks and stuff. Or you just start hearing this tick, 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 tick.
Boom! And
Yeah.
everyone starts breakdancing. Right.
That's it. Mazel tov.
Okay.
All right, well, you know, I mean, I can go back in the lamp if you're not ready to, like, have more of a conversation, but, you know, that's just where we're at the moment.
So we have to find the egg, the nest of Cindermaw,
Yep,
wait for Cindermaw to lay an egg.
yep, and then you're done. That's it. Make sure that if someone's trying to steal the egg, you stop them from stealing the egg.
Just like for how long?
Well, Cindermore, when she gives birth, is going to be exhausted, okay? Just until Cindermore gets back on her feet and is able to protect the egg herself.
All right.
Just
So
that
we're
little
just
window.
babysitting until Cindermaw gets, ramped back up and is able
No,
to
I've
defend
done
her
this
own egg.
plenty of time for other mothers in the neighborhood back in the city. Granted, it weren't eggs, there were small children, but I mean, at least an egg's not going to, I don't know, poop everywhere.
As part of giving us this quest in order to be able to complete it, do you also inform us where the egg is going to be?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know any of that stuff. All I get is like this kind of like this prophetic vision type things that happen when, you know, when the wish gets asked of me, I then grant the wish, and then suddenly, it pops up into my head, and it's like, hey, yo, do this thing, and then I go and do it.
All right, that's fine. That's reasonable. And what happens if we're unable to complete the quest? You said there's some sort of backlash for the wish.
Oh, yeah, of course. It pretty much is like one of these.
You watch as the dragon shakes its wing, and as it does, what falls out seems to be almost like this, like the, what do you call them? The dream bracelets, the ones that have all the little dangly bits on it.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Charm
And-
bracelet.
Charm bracelet, yeah. And each of the charms is a person made of solid gold.
And does that happen to all of us, or is that just Agnes?
I am the only one that bound myself to this. None of you are bound by my decisions. It was mine and mine alone, and I
No,
think that
I
it's
mean,
only
I just
fair.
wanted, I wanted to make sure. I'm not saying it should only be you. We're all in this together. You've made the decision to help us, and we're always. I mean, we got into this whole thing trying to help Alexander and trying to help Holly and trying to help a whole bunch of people. So, I just want to make sure that we understand everything that's in play here. I
Well, look,
appreciate the
if-
information that you're giving us.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, Let it not be said that I am not a dragon of benevolence and understanding, okay? If you wish to, instead of 3 wishes granted to one person, I will give more powerful wishes at a cheaper cost for quests if all of you decide to absorb yourself into this quest and this mission thing yourself. Means that you can ask for a lot more and, you pay together, that kind of thing. But if you fail to pay, then all of you guys are all going to have the debtors come due.
We can't afford for all of us to be turned into little wee cold people on a bracelet. There are bigger things at stake. We've all
We
made
can't.
sacrifices and choices. This is mine.
We can't afford for any of us to be turned into gold, so I mean,
Right,
clearly
I know,
we're
but one
gonna
is
do
better than
this.
all.
Not to
Let's
mention,
One.
think of the power we could gain from this.
Right, okay, fine. If you can get the lamp off me, then you can. She tucks it away in a bag of holding.
I mean, that's a good way to do it.
We'll table that suggestion for now.
Okay, well, I mean, look, the offer is always on the table. Let it not be said. There was a guy that I used to know, right? He and his whole crew, like a big, like Viking longship of people, right? His name, geez, it's escaping me now. That's right, Lord Gazumba, right? He asked for a kingdom unto himself and to fill it with all of his, like, friends and people who truly, really admired the kind of stuff that Lord Gazumba was all about. So there it was suddenly, boom, created, and everyone was happy and everyone was doing stuff. And all they needed to do was just make sure that they looked after each other, they bonded together in friendship and in good spirits. And that's exactly what they did, and they as far as I know, they're still doing a bunch of really, really cool stuff in their kingdom. You can find it if you look hard enough, if you ask the right people or if you push the right buttons, you can find yourself there. And, so not all of the quests that you get given when you ask for a wish are going to be like, things that are going to end the world and stuff. I mean, I had someone ask me for a turkey sandwich and I gave them that, and all they had to do was, help a grandma cross a road, It's, you get a little, you give a little, it's kind of like this.
Understood. It's fortunate.
That's the one.
All right. Well, we've already got this on our plate. I guess we're gonna go talk to maybe Krogan and see if they know anything about where Cindermaw might nest.
All right, well, I'll leave you guys to it. If you need me, you know where to find me. But Agnes, just real quick, you have to kind of pull the lamp out of the bag.
Right, yes, no, I understand. Yes. Sorry about that. I thought you
No,
just
it's
might
fine,
like
fine. I
a few
just can't-
moments to just stretch your wings. It's been a while, so I thought you'd want a bit.
Oh, look, the lamp is actually pretty cozy, Like, I got plenty. It's like it's an interdimensional space of its own that kind of ignores the rules of bags of holding for various reasons, But yeah, I can't travel into it if it's in another dimension, That's just kind of how it goes. All right, well, anyway, call me when you need me.
Remember, when there's a will, there's a way.
Oh dear God.
Agnes, when there's a will, there's a way. His name
He
is
worked
Will. Will the dragon.
He worked that up beforehand just to use it right there.
Have I told you to do that? I hear you.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
All right. The dragon disappears into the lamp. There is much quiet. The people of the Shanti tribes slowly begin to piece themselves back together, coming and putting out the fires, carrying some of the bodies away. Krojan approaches. With the chieftain and the shamans gone, he is the makeshift leader of the tribe. He looks in disbelief at the chaos that has been ensued. He looks at Alexander, whom he was supposed to execute. He says, well, with everything that has happened, it seems petty to ask you to surrender your life. Thank you for protecting the young ones. These people, these minions of chaos and evil, they are after you. After all, what you seek must truly be important if this is the extent that they would go to keep you from your mission. I will speak to the chieftain of the Sun Clan on your behalf. I will make him hear us and tell you everything you need to know about Kazavron. My friends, you are welcomed here, all of you. No longer will any of the tribes call you Tashmek. Instead, we call you brothers and sisters. And Krojan reaches out a hand to shake whoever would take it. He'd probably shake
I'll
Alexander.
shake his hand.
Yeah, Patrick or Alexander, I'd probably say would be the top things. So, Patrick, I need a perception check from you. Actually, perception checks from everyone.
Oh, damn it.
It's a 26 for me.
I'm
Okay.
just about to run to the little girl's room.
No, we're just about done.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a 20 for me.
All right. That is a series of failures.
Oh wait, can we
I'm
all
gonna
roll?
hero point mine then.
All right, Patrick, you may hero point yours.
Holly never
Like-
rolled theirs yet.
Oh, Holly can roll theirs.
Oh, there you go.
Holly's feeling hard.
Okay, yeah, Holly fails out. Okay, Patrick.
So
Yeah,
29.
I'm gonna. Just for the hang of it, I'm gonna use a hero point as well.
All right, Dante is using a hero point. Let's do it. All right, Dante, you and Patrick see this in time. As behind Krojan, emerging from a puddle, is the one red mantis who had disappeared in the fight. As he leaps out from the puddle, his sawtooth sabers glisten. He goes to strike Krojan. But that is where we'll end today's session and return next week to find out what happens. Will Krojan live? Will Krojan die? Will our heroes manage to fulfill the wish of the Fortune Dragon? Or will they find another way to deal with the incredulous lizard? Thank you to my lovely audience for coming and joining us today. Thank you to the raid from our friends Lord Gazumba and Steve from Forge of Law. You guys are amazing. It's always so good to meet new people and get to hang out with you guys. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. You can find me here a number of times during the week. Give us a follow. Check out all the cool stuff I do. I'm a pretty good GM, some people say, and we do specifically Pathfinder. We do a lot of Pathfinder, but I will tell you guys this. In the works are a bunch of other things, including Starfinder 2nd Edition, The Walking Dead, and City of Mist. So these things are in the mix of things. But I am doing a lot of travel this year. So until I'm at the other end of my Europe trip, which I am fundraising for, those things are there, but right now it's just all Pathfinder. So if you ever wanted to learn or if you wanted to know more about it, dude, just give us a follow. And you'll get to see all the cool Pathfinder kids. In the meantime, however, I'd like to thank my players for coming and joining us and helping tell this amazing story. I would love to thank our lovely sponsors, Hero Forge, again, for the wonderful art you see on stream here, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, and Sirenscape for the incredible soundtracks that we had throughout today's game. I also want to thank every single one of our community members for donating towards the Fortune Dragon. The Fortune Dragon is a challenge that requires every single one of my tables to defeat the dragon in X amount of time. The fastest group gains a extra little piece of something from the dragon. Upon its defeat, everyone kind of gets a lot of something. So with this dragon in particular, we have only gone through round 1. So round 1 is when the dragon ate, Jack. The conversation won't count, but you are in the first round. Sorry, you have overcome the first round with the Fortune Dragon. So you still have a little bit of time to go, and every single one of my Patreon tables are going through it and sort of dealing with it. So yeah, there we have it. This is the top of round 2. Yes, Cass, this is the top of round 2 for this table. All right. Without any further ado, let's go and pass on the love and raid one of our dear and wonderful friends. I do like that Phoenix is up. Phoenixy Wacky, a wonderful and amazing streamer who is a very kind and generous soul. One who does a ton of fundraisers and a ton of giveaways. You know what? ADHD Adventures. I got to meet them at Gen Con and hang out with them. They also include my dear friend, Sphinx. I'm gonna roll for it. Odds will go to Phoenix. Evens will go to ADHD Adventures. Evens. So that's a 4. All right. So let's go and hang out with these wonderful and amazing people. Again, ADHD Adventures are a wonderful and amazing crew of people who are incredibly supportive of the neurodiverse community. They are just absolutely swell beans, and if you've ever had the pleasure of dealing with Circle DM or Sphinx, he is also one of the great tea-loving friends that I have made in this industry, as well as that one blonde nerd who is incredibly talented and a phenomenal role player, and of course Postmodern Bard, who is who I haven't actually met yet. I'm going to be honest, I haven't met Postmodern Bard, but hopefully we'll get to at some point. All right. There goes the raid. Guys, my name is Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer. Stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because why the fuck not, it's free. And until we meet again, as always, from us to you, game hard, or die trying. Good night, folks!
Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.